Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Financial Hygiene Workshop. This presentation from the Be Engaged Workshop Series is brought to you by Success Services within the Office of Student Financial Aid. Our workshop series, typically an interactive experience held across campus throughout the year, is now available to you through Blackboard Collaborate. We'll start today by introducing our Student Success Services within the Office of Student Financial Aid. Our Success Services offers a range of resources, including one-to-one success coaching and basic needs support, both of which works to provide essential support to students. Additionally, we have our workshop series, which covers a diverse set of topics designed to enhance individual success. Finally, we have our mentorship piece, which will launch soon, providing an opportunity for peer-to-peer or peer-to-alumni mentoring. Our space is located at East Campus Mall, but for now, we are also available virtually. The basic needs coordinators and success coaches are available to meet with you through video chat or over the phone. Visit our website located in the bottom left of the screen to set up a meeting with us today. So, before we begin, my name is Jordan Salas, and I'm a second-year PhD student.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wren, and I'll be a first-year master's student this fall semester.
The role of the Student Success Coach is designed to help you identify a pathway to success across different areas, optimize opportunities, and enhance your Wisconsin experience. Okay, so back to our financial hygiene workshop. The purpose of this presentation is to help you discover how to manage your personal finances while you work toward completing your degree. We'll spend this time discussing methods, strategies, and tactics that you can adopt and modify as needed so to increase your personal financial stability.
Consider financial hygiene similar to your overall physical hygiene. People perform rituals every day, like teeth brushing, that help them stave off diseases and infections. Similarly, there are rituals, like saving money, that can be performed to help you better manage your personal finances. In the world of personal finance, there are several rituals that you can use to sustain a healthy bank account. For instance, many banks provide free services to clients, such as a way to pay bills online, to help ensure clients are protecting their financial hygiene. In addition to these services that banks provide, you can also use an Excel spreadsheet, a Google Sheet, or a Word document to keep track of your weekly, monthly, and annual spending habits. According to members of the Ascent staff, defining specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based financial goals is the first step in taking up a ritual that'll lead to strong financial hygiene.
Consider, for example, that you need a new bike or a new scooter. After taking a look at a few bikes or scooters, you realize that you're going to need to spend around $400 to $500 to get the best set of wheels for your daily commute. But how? How do you afford the cost of the bike? With a smart approach, you realize that by saving $30 every week throughout the semester, you'll have roughly $480 to spend toward your new bike. Relying on the smart approach and saving a manageable amount of money per week, the cost of a new bike is offset by the 16-week saving period, making the purchase less stressful for you, which is good news. The even better news is the new bike or scooter, of course.
Financial hygiene can be challenging. There is so much to understand. What is credit? How do I make an accurate budget? How do I plan for unexpected expenses? How do I manage a savings account, and how much should I be contributing? As technology continues to increase, there are more messages telling you to buy now, and it becomes more difficult to determine what is a need and what is a want. And with the option to have a credit card, it can all seem attainable. However, credit cards all need to be paid off with interest. Additionally, if you currently have a credit card, it's best to stay on top of monthly payments and to pay more than the minimum balance. As you begin to save additional money through effective budgeting and changes in your spending habits, consider applying additional money toward your credit card balance.
Whether you're experiencing financial turbulence or just want to develop better financial habits, there are things that you can do, starting today, to manage your finances in a healthier way. For starters, creating parameters around your spending to safeguard your money is a great way to begin managing your money. By creating a budget, you'll better identify where you're spending your money. It'll help you understand the money that is being spent on needs and money that is being spent on wants. Additionally, a strong and realistic budget will allow for you to set appropriate spending targets and build a foundation for a strong financial future, both in the short term and long term. Along with creating a budget, keep an eye out for monthly bills and statements. Whether it's paper form or electronic form, select how you'll best receive your bills and statements and designate a time, could be weekly or monthly, that you'll sit down to review your spending habits. A budget should be an ongoing assessment. Especially being a student, your spending may differ based on the academic year or the summer. How does your spending look different based on the time of year?
Also, consider applying for a part-time job. In addition to the opportunity to develop skills, a part-time job can provide a steady income and can help you budget and strengthen your control over your spending habits. Consider looking at the Student Jobs website to see what opportunities may be available. Credit cards may seem nice and an easy way to afford something new, but they must be considered with caution. Anything charged to a credit card has to be paid back, and if not timely, can come with some very high interest costs. It is essential to limit yourself on how many credit cards you have, and it is even more important you understand the terms of those credit cards. One additional aspect is to consider what you need to purchase new and what can be purchased used. Consider your textbooks. If possible, purchase them used for a discount. Think through your expenses. What else can you purchase used that'll keep costs down? Clothes, items for your apartment, etc. Further along in the presentation, we'll discuss tactics that you can use to help you control your urge to spend, and we'll offer you tips on how to control your urge to splurge.
Off top, credit cards can be tricky, especially if you don't have a plan for its use. Before deciding to get a credit card, consider how and when you'll use the credit card. Perhaps you'll use the card for flights back home or for emergencies. In either case, rely on the smart financial goal theory that we've mentioned a short time ago to offset credit card expenses. For example, if you're planning to purchase a flight home or for a vacation at the end of the semester, commit to saving $20 to $30 per week in order to pay off the credit card expenses right away. According to American Consumer Credit Counseling, a nonprofit organization, suggests that allocating 5% of your budget toward credit card expenses is a great way to get ahead of debt.
Let's talk a bit more about your budget. The first step toward creating an effective budget is to better understand what you have, where it's coming from, and knowing the reliability of your income. First, consider what you have. What is the flow of your weekly, monthly, and annual income? This allows you to become aware of what you can afford and can begin to prioritize your spending. Second, consider your weekly, monthly, and annual spending. Consider what you spend on groceries, bills, or other regular expenses. It might be worth tracking these items for a couple weeks or months if you do not know what you're currently spending. And be sure to be honest with yourself and what you currently spend. Don't budget $50 for groceries if you find that you're usually spending around $100. This will ensure that your budget is accurate. Once you've created your budget, you'll have a greater understanding of ways you can begin to save money too. After realizing the expense of all your needs and the additional money that you spend on wants, you'll be able to prioritize your expenses. Consider how you can access both needs and wants at low to no cost. Ask yourself, am I paying too much to get the things that I need? Are there any viable substitutes to these things? These can be tough questions to ask, but they are an important step towards saving money. Finally, when it comes to spending money, be sure to leave room in your budget. You won't be able to find substitutes for all of your needs and wants, so it's important that you're honest with yourself in order to set reasonable expectations as you begin to budget.
Whether it's your first time creating a budget or if you're fine tuning a budget that you've already created, no worries. Consider the following logistical tips that'll help improve your budget habits over time. A great rule of thumb is to build a budget that's aligned with the calendar year, reflecting expected pay dates as well as dates that bills and other expenses are due. Secondly, after you've added up all of your expected income, add all of your expected expenses. Consider what's left over. Let's call this amount your money. Can you recall extra expenses like lunch, minor emergencies, and other unplanned expenses that you made over the past week? Add those expenses as well and deduct this amount from your money. Now we have four categories of money. There's expected income, expected expenses, unexpected expenses, and your money. From your money, create an additional category of money that you'll title savings. Since it's coming from the your money category, the likelihood of setting aside this money undisturbed each month is realistic. Start small. Consider setting aside $20 to $30 each time you've received expected income and allocated money toward your bills and other expenses. For each month, consider changes in each category to begin creating an expense spending profile for yourself. Where are you doing the most spending?
Once you've created your budget, it's time to start using it. As mentioned earlier, you should budget for everything, including the things that you want. Keep in mind that your wants should also include one-time or less frequent purchases, like trips, gifts, and larger purchases, like a car. Keeping track of who you owe, when, and how much will provide you with a greater understanding of your scheduled finances and will allow you to prioritize your time and better inform your capacity for a part-time job. Perhaps a part-time job will provide you with the extra money you need to stay on top of your finances, providing you with additional income and an opportunity to stay on top of your expenses. Also, as you consider your expenses, as a reminder, consider future events and emergencies as an expense. Specifically, you should consider yourself as someone you owe monthly and dedicate a reasonable amount of money every month to a savings account that you're not allowed to access unless it's an emergency or a planned future purchase. Lastly, consider using cash as a way to better manage your spending. As we'll discuss shortly, your spending decisions may differ slightly when using cash on payments rather than cards or digital transactions.
Saving money should be considered as important as making purchases for the things that you need and want, as well as paying debtors. One way that you can optimize your savings is by putting yourself first. Even small amounts like $5 or $10 every week is substantially greater than zero and can make a difference down the line. Additionally, consider taking your student ID everywhere. By now, you probably are aware that there are benefits to being a college student. Many businesses are willing to offer discounts to students, allowing you to avoid paying full price, which can in turn be added to your savings. After you've identified your needs and wants for your weekly and monthly budget, look around campus to access resources for free or at a substantially decreased price. Luckily, UW-Madison is a fairly large college where students can rely on a large network of campus organizations that will work to make life less complicated for students. Perhaps there's an organization on campus that can help you access resources. Along with using the dining hall service for food, consider making quick meals at home or in the residence halls. The meals that you prepare for yourself will allow for your meal plan to last longer and will also allow for you to control the variety in your meal selection. Also, this is a great way to save money on fast food purchases. Lastly, consider the amount of money that you spend every year on housing expenses. While everyone has different needs, along with a different set of circumstances, your selected housing for the year should also reflect your monthly and annual budget.
The most fun you'll find in any budget is the spending. However, there's a way to splurge on a budget. First, find free fun as often as possible. There are events across campus and throughout Madison that are full of fun without a hefty price tag. Consider taking advantage of these events throughout the year for budget-friendly fun. Secondly, coupons are not a thing of the past. You can find coupons after traditional in-store purchases, check the back of your receipt, or online. Coupons are a great way to save money on unavoidable purchases and can allow for you to save money while buying the things that you need and want. There are also a number of phone apps, such as Honey, that provide discounts or coupons. Make sure you are aware of those opportunities. Third, and perhaps most important, avoid the "it's only $5" curse. According to Tana Gildia, the author of The Graduate's Guide to Money, you can $5 your way into debt more quickly than you think. We agree. So instead, make room for those small purchases in your budget so that you are in control of these small purchases that appear harmless at first.
Just what it sounds like, a no spend day is a day designed to free yourself from any spending. This is to include online shopping, online food ordering, and the use of Apple or Google Pay. Inspired by a story shared by Forbes magazine contributor Sharon McClay, this exercise is designed to help you become less dependent on your current spending habits. According to McClay, an adopter of this practice, who designated 4 no spend days a week, saved $2,500 in 3 months. How much money do you think you could save by doing this? Additionally, try employing a cash-only day as part of your money management strategy. For example, try leaving home with only $20 in your wallet for the day. You're probably going to be a lot more cautious on how that $20 is spent. Also, you're probably going to learn a lot about yourself, discovering just where your money is most often spent. Lastly, take a look at where you spend money through technology. Perhaps you'll find that you spend a lot of money on Amazon, eBay, or Uber. Try living without these apps for 1 week and log the amount of times that you considered using these services. Then, tally up the money that you would have spent. These are exercises that we can all do without completely changing our lives. Are you up for the challenge?
The University of Wisconsin offers resources that are designed to help you increase your financial literacy, which will enable you to gain better control of your personal finances. Regaining control of your personal finances is a necessary step toward creating an equitable future, allowing for you to move closer to both short and long-term goals. The Office of Student Financial Aid is here to support you. We can connect you with a financial aid advisor to discuss your finances. You can search the student jobs website to find a part-time position, and you can meet with a success coach to talk through your strategies for success as it relates to your finances. Students can also access additional resources through the UW-Madison Division of Extension, which offers financial education programs that helps families and individuals across the state to achieve financial well-being. Whether you need skills and resources to help you become a savvy renter or need additional tips on how to save extra money, UW-Madison Division of Extension can prove to be a valuable resource.
What should you do today to find a healthier way to manage your finances? Consider creating or revising a budget. Is it accurate? Add no spend days or cash only days to your calendar. Start with one or two a month and increase as you find success with those days. Assess your credit cards. Which ones are necessary and which ones can be closed? Find a coupon application that you can use today to start saving more money. Find a spot in your wallet so that your Wiz card is always with you. Pick one or multiple of these and start today. You will be well on your way to practicing better financial hygiene.
Thank you for joining us today. We'll continue providing content that both supports your transition into an e-learning environment, as well as resources that work to help you develop different skills to address roadblocks on your pathway to success. Please be sure to take a look at our library of other presentations to learn more about the different resources and skill sets that you can apply to many areas of your life within and beyond the classroom. Until next time, take care.